Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy P Funk Thinking Right out here in the lab. And I'm back in the book. We about to have a nice little lesson about mastering relationships of all kinds. Sorry about that. We're gonna deal with how to deal with relationships of all kinds, from stem to stern. I got a good one for you. Let's go. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question. Do you know you? Well, when I get through, it's rhetorical. But if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya, be true. We're going to talk about relationships, mastering every aspect in all kinds of relationships. Let's go. Right thinkers, it should be clear by now to you, the reader, or I'm reading to me, that he or she is not the body. We passed that lesson, right? Okay. So the mind, the senses, nor the ego personality. Further, it must be clear that the world as our senses receive it, excuse me, is not what it appears to be. Come on. At least intellectually. Why? Because you must by now understand that your true identity is the spirit which is in you is neither male nor female. Okay. Therefore, what is the nature of relationships in the physical form and what is their purpose? We about to find out. You ready? Let's go. You must understand that God, one's higher self, supreme being, places one in situations in relationships based on one's own what karmic misconnect. Remember that? From your own karmic identity and your desires. What's in my throat? Excuse me. Thus, it is your very own consciousness. Watch this. That draws one's relationships to you. You attract what you are. You don't attract the law of opposite, but the law of attraction, excuse me, not opposite. Get some water, excuse me. But the law says you attract what you are. Okay? Women, if you keep attracting bad men, what does that say about you? And vice versa. Man, you keep getting them kind of women, what does that say about you? So don't blame me on them. God give you what you are. Excuse me. Now, as that consciousness changes and it evolves, so too will what one's relationships and your karmic destiny. What you do in every relationship is going to be based on your actions during that relationship, and you can't escape the karma. You get what you put out. Remember, thus our destiny is not predetermined, but it really is. Why? Because if the spirit, excuse me, that's in us is of God, and the true destiny for that spirit is to go back to God, your destiny is already premature. You might hop around and jump around and mess around, but eventually your true destiny is going back to the Maker. So it's predestined, and like I say, it's what a divine destiny that only you can reach by what knowing thyself and what you are God are one. And rather, what happened? We create it at every moment. We are responsible for everything we say and do. Keep trying to tell you that. Now, from spirit to matter, man fell, and in coming into physical realm, 3D dimension, and vivifying what matter, the physical body, the spirit gains experience. We're here, spiritual beings that have a human experience. So the conscious in your spirit has experience through what various life situations in the process that we call living. You're born, you get older, you get bigger, you're older, and you die. That's the physical part of it. But what's inside don't age, don't get old, and don't die. Understand that? Let's go. So the spirit is continuously striving, evolving to what? To return to its original state of what? Oneness with God. That's called Supreme Hotel. Supreme Peace. Give me Hotel. Come on, man. And your spirit, your consciousness is lost when it becomes attached to the physical form and it led by the ego. And the problem right here arises, excuse me, yeah. And the problem arises right here when your mind, your spirit believes itself to be what? Separate, a separate entity from others, and it starts to develop, you ready? An ego. We learn that from within. And in forgetting itself, the spirit searches for what? Unity with the oneness. Maya, or some call it the Tao, the way. Okay? But in believing what the mind tells it through what? The senses of the body. The physical body should not control the mind. The spirit soul now identifies with what? That information, and thereby begins to search for unity and oneness what? In the world, and the limited senses and mind have now convinced it to what? Search. Go find yourself. Childhood is an important period. Why? In developing one's senses of what? Identity and correct understanding about the nature of reality. We sell our kids a bill of goods and know we sell them a bill of goods and then freak out when they don't understand it or they do nonsense. You tell them that. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Moving on. Your ego personality, because you selling a bill of goods, will develop what? Its own desires, and it will conjure up what? Its own ideas because and due to its ignorance as to how to achieve what? The fulfillment of what? Its physical desires. That's called chasing the dragon, excuse me. When your desires fulfillment is two types. You got the ignorant and you got the wise. The ignorant will please itself. Excuse me one second. Excuse me. Yeah. The ignorant will please itself. The wise will satisfy the needs of others before themselves. That's what's called giving, and it's a selfless service. And in relationship, you have to have that person because when another person go low, other person, if you go low, you're gonna have a problem. Once you go high, sometimes that can keep from clashing, but eventually you're gonna have that issue if y'all ain't on the same page conceptually. And where we at? Oh, right here. So the ignorant form of desires and fulfillments are all based on an erroneous misunderstanding of the nature of one's desires. Why? And the way to resolve them. They want everything physical, the flesh, monetary. That's here. They ain't gonna make it to the spiritual realm. Why? They want everything here now. That they see the physical body. It can smell, see, taste, touch, and hear. That's all they can do. And all your desires arrive or arise from what? The need to regain what? That feeling of infinite bliss. Whatever it was that got you there. Mine was that damn pipe back in 40 years ago when I've never experienced nothing like that. Man, it was the best thing going. So that's the difference there. But when I hit that spiritual bliss, it supersedes that. Why? Because you can reach that without doing all the other nonsense. That's why. And which why? It comes only from achieving unity, aka supreme peace within oneself. It's not, excuse me, it's not drug induced. Okay? And thus, the wise form of desires is what? The desire to attain what? Spiritual enlightenment, aka knowledge of self. And due to the identification with the mind and the body, now we search for what? Fulfillment, aka bliss. How? By trying to satisfy the desires which arise in the mind and the body, aka the flesh, and not understanding that the mind and the body are only instruments that are to be controlled. Remember, you control it, it shouldn't control you. And when the spirit based desires for unity becomes confused, watch this, with the physical body and the senses desires, now it's in search for what? Unity by what? Establishing excuse me, more intimate relationships, physical persons with other individuals. That's the guys with the side chick. That's the guy who want that girl because she look good. He want that one because she look good. He want all of them because they look good. And then he start doing one. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. So that's those are physical desires, and it will never be satisfied. That's the concept from the ignorant perspective. So you go through life looking for happiness in what? All the wrong places. I keep telling you that. We become happy. Why? Because the performance of the senses, the physical body, it achieves activities temporarily pleasure and allows us to what? To release the tension of the mind. Momentary pleasure, momentary happy. Yeah, you build up just to release it. But guess what? You ain't took care of the problem. Moving on. And this temporary release, watch this, of mental intention, they call agitation, is movement what? Towards an illusion of peace. Why? Because once the tension has built back up, what happened? Now you're gonna do what? Scooby Doo, you had to go out and seek what? To seek the same situations which will what provide you with that same pleasures, the same releases, the same endorphins firing off that brought you pleasure. And sometimes this is attained. You ready? This is how some people can attain. I just told you. Through watching television, some people love the boob tube, no problem. Some people overeat. Some people smoke. Some people shop. Some people indulge in sexual activities and drugs and alcohol. These are all temporary solutions for a permanent problem, as my mom used to say. Yeah, for the time being, but that's not solving the problem. Okay, and everybody uses what? Excuses to do these things. What? To justify doing it. Not doing it. You ain't got to justify. You ain't got to make excuses. If you know it's wrong, don't do it. You know fire is hot, so don't touch it. You can use that philosophy for certain, use it for everything that ain't good. Use the same philosophy. I'm not doing it. Why it ain't good? It can burn me. It's going to cause me problems, consequences for my actions. Whatever you need to keep you from doing that dumb nonsense, that's what you need to implement. That's my point. Whether it be a religion, a philosophy, don't care. But if you don't do those things, you'll be stuck in that same mode, aka on stupid. And watch this. Those people end up with a shopping activity. And for some, when the frustration level builds with beyond their ability to cope, what's going to happen? When people reach their limit of reality, when they just can't take it no more, what happens? They attempt suicide. Okay, take their own life. Or if they perceive someone as a threat to their happiness, take their girl, causing their job, what happens? If they harbor deep resentment towards someone from the present or even lifetime or a previous life one, they may become ready violent with that person, even to the point where they're murdered. Everybody got different reasons and purposes, and just showing you, depending on how your capabilities are, we can take it to a extreme, okay? And realize what after the fact. I don't know why I did that. Oh, don't worry about it. Like my man Mooney, Paul Mooney said, a white man killed a family up. He said, "Oh, I was dreaming, I was sleepwalking." He said, "Okay, we gotta look into that." Black man killed the family. I was sleepwalking. Oh, nigga, we won't be sleepwalking no more. We got something for you. So they look at things a little bit different. Okay. So, but that person, if they psychological concept can't handle, they take their life or they will take somebody else's. But since this type of activity is all based on what? An erroneous misunderstanding of what? The desires that were never truly met, and thereby it resurfaced again and again and causing an endless cycle based on what? Ignorance. The peace, the release of tension we experience is only a glimpse of what is waiting for us in what? In the enlightened state. Excuse me. When you can have a mental orgasm, that's you becoming one with God. That's the best feeling you can have. I don't know what he's talking about. If all you can do is reach that level through physical contact, you ain't gonna make spiritual awakening. For those reasons, watch this. For these reasons, correct understanding of reality and of one's true identity is essential in what conquering one's physical senses, the body, lower nature, your desires of the flesh, in order to determine your true needs of the true needs of your soul. It ain't in physical pleasures. The soul needs to expand where? Beyond the confines of the physical body, family, relationships, and physical world. It's more to you than that. And from this position of freedom, it now experiences what they call true peace and fulfillment, from which now it can then operate most effectively and peacefully in all its realms: the physical, the astral, and the casual, the three planes, great at every level. With self-knowledge, you're good while you're woke, you're good while you're dreaming, you're even good in the deep sleep. That means you are functioning on all levels. And a lot of people can't do that. So it's not normal. So therefore, all relationships, including marriage, family, are what? Are good to an extent. Hear that? They're good to an extent. It ain't the end all be all. That what? That they will assist you in what? Achieving your personal lofty goal of what? Self-discovery, aka know thyself. That can help you along the way. Behind every good man is a good woman. Behind every good woman is a good man. Y'all work together. Two opposites come together for the good for the both. Y'all all prosper and benefit thereby. If one is doing good, the other ain't, that ain't fair. One getting what they want, the other suffering. That ain't fair. That ain't my art. Moving on. In every relationship, it should be what? Fair. Teddy Pendergrass, good. Somebody love you back. 50-50, yeah, I'll take that. 60-40, nope. 70-30, nope, can't do it. 80-20, hell no. 50-50, that's right. But every situation in life, be it good or bad, is a potential source of educating and leading to what? Knowledge and fulfillment. If it's a situation that's bad, you learn from it. Don't do this again. Why? This ain't work out. If it's good, then you roll with it and you understand that's the right thing to do. When you now, what? Your dispassion and your detachment. Okay. So, okay, what do you mean? You have potential source of fulfillment. Okay, read that. So, dispassion, take the emotion out. Detachment, don't get involved. Study, put your work in for yourself. Self-reflect, and always meditate along with the wisdom orientated participation in what your practical world, your daily life, are the ways to achieve what we call supreme fulfillment. Hotep, supreme peace within oneself by doing the things that you're supposed to do for you. That's what it's all about. You must cultivate your dispassionate love, giving it without what? Expecting something in return. That's a selfless service. Most people only gonna give you love what? When they get something in return. On the strip, them women, on that gram, them girls, okay? You can't go see them for free. You didn't know that? Oh yeah, they cost money. Okay, the pictures are free, but the girls cost money. Pay attention. This provide what? The joy of peace that cannot come from what? Possessive, ego-based loving, which again leaves one open for the pain of disappointment. Why? I love you, but I want this. I need that. That ain't real love. Again, if you love a condition, that ain't true love, okay? But one's own maturity from your own experience and your spiritual insight must be your guide for what? So that you now, in deciding which relationships that you're going to engage in and if you're going to maintain them or not. And the best philosophy to practice is Mayat for the balance and Tahuti for the wisdom. And that's the best guys you can go with. Heart mind coherence. You can't lose. Although seemingly a selfish venture, the pursuit of enlightenment is the most selfless process which one can engage in. Why? Because if a person develops these qualities in oneself, that's necessary to you for you to achieve what they call the covenant goal of what? All who come into contact with you, this person, will what? Benefit one way or another. As a teacher, I just want to teach wherever I'm teaching. I'm just what else I'm doing. Okay. So anybody who want to learn, who will benefit from me, will get that benefit from running into me. Okay. And since all human beings are really in reality expressions of the what? The one supreme being. Okay, having a personal thing for you. Every individual get to do their thing. But the best thing that an individual can do is to what? Free him or herself from Apophis. Who the hell is Apophis? And Set. You know who that is? The ego. The serpent that everybody talks about. The spinal column, the backbone, is in everybody. Every religion got the serpent, okay? You ever see a serpent with wings? That's the dragon. But it's all based on what? Spinal column, okay? The chakras going up, the spinal column, all that's symbolic. And Apophis is supposed to be the big serpent who tried to kill Ra every night when he go into the dua. And that's you having what? A fight with your ignorance. Light is knowledge, darkness is ignorance. Apophis represents darkness, just like Set, the ego. Your feelings of what? Selfishness, your machismo, that ego, what? The feminism, your immorality, okay, your hate, your sadness, your sexism, your racism, your prejudice, all of these is what? All which are ego-based mental conditions, states of mind that arise from ignorance. That's your lower nature. All this is beastly nature, beastly concepts, which represents your ego self, aka lower self. As each individual is saved, how? The world saved is saved. The world is thus one step closer to what? Salvation. If I can enlighten one person every day, and I can do One person, 24 hours, I can get that's 24 people every day. I will continue to multiply, and that will make the world a better place. Why? I'm doing my job. I'm doing the best I could. Okay, that's my goal. And watch this: the world be closer to salvation. So therefore, wrapping it up, doing one's best, and then relinquishing the rest to God is a preferred course. You only can control you. So you do that and let God take care of the rest. Why? You don't control that and that. I got me. I got me covered. Okay. Relationships need to be prioritized as follows. There's four of them. Pay attention. Your first relationship is with God. The relationship with God comes first. One cannot have higher level interactions if one is spiritually what? Unfulfilled and unenlightened. One, when one discovers one's connection to the universal Ba, aka God, now one's purpose in life and for life will become what? Clear. I say it's my calling to what? Teach, help you find God for yourself. That's what I feel. From this point, all other relationships, okay, will what? Will occur in harmony with this paramount priority. If you're not God conscious, if you ain't a righteous person, I'm not going to engage with you. Okay, simple as that. Otherwise, your life situations will always seem to be what? In contradiction with one's deeper feelings, and it leads to what? Constant mental unrest. When two people don't see the same thing, it's going to be constant bumping heads, and it's never good. So if y'all can't see eye to eye, y'all can't come to the agreement, part ways. Simple. Moving on. But when it's God, you might not want to feel that way. When relationships, yeah, but with God, you ain't got that option. Number two, relationships with the partners. I'm saying with, okay, with partners, anybody that you in a relationship with, it should be 50-50. Like I said, you bring 50, I bring 50, we got a deal. If I'm bringing 60, you bringing 40, we ain't got a deal. Again, if I bring 59 and you bring, what, 51 or you bring 49, that ain't a good deal either. Don't care. 50-50. That represents balance, and that's in any relationship. Somebody, y'all got to balance it out. And you got to bring what I'm bringing. And if it's not love, Scooby Doo, what? Number three, relationships to family members. You, my brother, I love you because we got the same mother. I don't owe you nothing else. That's it. Relationship, yeah, that's it. If we have a friendship relationship, that's fine, but you ain't owe that. So that's what they telling you. Number four, relationship with other members of society. You get to pick. I have no friends. Why? I ain't about a whole bunch of nonsense, so I don't have a bunch of relationships. I've not that cut that out. Finally, wrap it up, taking it home right now. Finally, for your own peace of mind, it must be realized by you that since most relationships occur in the area of what? Personalities of egos, and all are karmically based, absolute honesty and truth is not always possible despite the best efforts of the individual. Conflicts, like I said, if y'all can't meet that level, y'all can't, conflicts are going to bound to arise. Again, in what? All relationships don't make a difference. The most important factor, if you're going to have one, and this is how you master it, is how those conflicts are handled. Achieving true unity, coming to a peak where we both agree in harmony in any relationship cannot and will not occur if the consciousness of those involved remains at an egoistic level. You can't have an intelligent conversation with an ignorant person. Somebody got to make that situation better. Either you got to put down your egoistic ideas or I got to lower my standards. I'm not doing that. Okay? Understand that. So if you can't better yourself and raise your conscious level, we ain't gonna see eye to eye. A consciousness which is directed to what? Higher reality. I don't do the lower. Absolute truth. Mayat, again, balance, the Tao, nirvana, Christhood, Christ consciousness, etc., enlightenment, all those things you have to reach. And for both of us to be in accordance, we both have to be at that level. I don't have many friends at that level. And that's what is required. Then what? All the glory and the beauty which exists that's above may now be what? They say prayers go up and blessings come down. Now that's above may be brought down and what? Experience right there. Experience below as well. Then now the souls and the matter, the physical body, which they vivify, can now what? Commune with what? As one with God. That's the lesson. Hope you got it. I'm communing with God every time I go into my meditation state. I'm communing with God when I'm going into prayer state of mind. I'm communing with God when I'm activating and doing anything. I want to make sure it's good before I engage in it. That's becoming or being God conscious. That's the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got it. That's how you deal with relationships of all kinds. Master that, and you master all your relationships. Right thinkers, may you all live to be 100, me, 100 miles a day. So I never know my right thinkers who master relationships have passed away. I'll be back.